And of course, we have to start with the Dallas Cowboys. Coming off of 2 straight losses, they go and play the winless Jets, and this was the get-right game for Dallas, right? This was the game where they get back, where Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, that defense starts clicking on all cylinders again, right? Wrong. The New York Jets came in at home, and they beat the Dallas Cowboys 24-22, and this Jets team that was averaging 4.2 points per game, this Jets team that was outscored 101-39, they beat this Dallas Cowboys team. Give Sam Darnold tons of credit. He misses 3 weeks. He's out with mono. Well, he had that Jets crowd in stereo yesterday. They lost their minds after he hit Robbie Anderson for a 92-yard touchdown.
Take the belt and go deep. Anderson's out there. This is going to go the distance. 92 yards. Darnold to Anderson.
So give Broadway Sam lots of credit. He played well yesterday. But this Dallas Cowboy team, did they get off the team plane? Were they still in Dallas? Did they get off the team bus? Were they still in the locker room? They did not show up at all, but despite that, they still had a chance to tie it late with a 2-point conversion attempt late in the game.
You're going to stack the box right here, and you're going to make them throw the ball outside. You're going to have to throw the ball outside. The numbers are so.
Here he goes, pass thrown. There was contact with the quarterback, and it's incomplete. They got pressure on Prescott. It was Adams who came blitzing in.
Williams is going to come after you with everybody. Someone's coming free, and that's why this call.
Jamal Adams, he's had some game.
It's not a penalty. Inside the red zone, you're free.
And yes, the Cowboys yesterday, they're playing without their starting tackles, Collins and Smith, and Cobb was out, but they got out-coached, they got out-schemed, they had no playmakers on offense that were getting separation, and Amari Cooper goes down. But Adam Gase, the Stairmaster himself, you know this guy, he's got those crazy eyes, and he was crazy good yesterday against the Dallas Cowboys, coaching circles around Jason Garrett. You know Jason Garrett, he's the clapper. Doesn't matter what it is. Interception, he's clapping. Fumble, he's clapping. Game-winning touchdown, he's clapping. If you want to give Cowboy fans something to clap about, you fire Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett, he's the dead man walking in Dallas. What must be done eventually should be done immediately. And here's Jason Garrett after the loss.
I agree with it. From an intensity standpoint, they just didn't look as maybe into it as your team's going to do.
Yeah, I don't know if I would characterize it like that. We certainly didn't execute and play to the level that we needed to. And like I said, we didn't convert an early third down. They got a long drive, and at different points they were making the plays and we weren't making the plays. And oftentimes execution and emotion work hand in hand. You know, when you're having success, there's a lot to be fired up about. And when you're on the other side of it, you just got to keep fighting through it to make some plays. Ultimately, at the end of the first half, we were able to, piece together a little bit of a drive to kick the long field goal, and I thought it was better in the second half. The execution ultimately picked up in all 3 phases of our team, and we gave ourselves a chance.
Now, Jason Garrett's been the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys since 2011. He's got a career record of 80-62. He's 2-3 in the playoffs. And what he should have said there was, look, we were playing the Jets. They're really sorry. I thought we'd blow them out. I failed to prepare my team because that's how it looked yesterday. Dak Prescott didn't have the worst game. 28 for 40, 277 yards, but no touchdowns. QB rating yesterday of 89.3. Ezekiel Elliott yesterday, not the worst game. 28 carries, 105 yards, a 3.8 average, 1 touchdown, and then he had 5 catches for 47 yards, but the Cowboys didn't get it done, and Jerry Jones didn't seem too thrilled about it after the game.
I was a lot happier with what he had done the first 3 games than what's happened the last 3 games. But the big thing I want to say, it's not just him.
And then T.O. Terrell Owens, he chimed in on Twitter. He says, hey, real Jerry Jones, still think Jason Garrett is the answer? For a decade now, it's the same old song and dance. I knew they were going to Jason Witten on 3rd down prior to TD and knew they were going to him on the 2-point conversion. Not too late to bring me back. And then Tony Romo, he was calling plays like he was in the headset of Dak Prescott. And to me, it's the predictability of this Dallas Cowboys offense. Kellen Moore, he had a solid first 3 weeks when they went 3-0, but his last 3 weeks, not very dynamic offensively. Every time they run on first down, you can hear a Dallas Cowboy fan shattering their television at home. Up until they were down 14-3 with only 3:34 left in the half, they had 7 runs against 2 passes on first down. Of those first down runs, a total of 37 yards. So they weren't getting it done on the ground. And then the playmakers. Amari Cooper, he gets injured, spends a majority of the game on the bench. But guys weren't getting open, from Gallup to Austin to Cedric Wilson, Jason Witten. Not a lot of dynamic playmakers out there for Dak Prescott and this offense. And defensively, they weren't getting it done either. Robert Quinn was the only Cowboy applying pressure last night. And as a group, they were not happy with their performance after the game.
Playing very good football right now, so I mean, just every week, just gotta get back to work tomorrow, get in the film room, see what went wrong, see what went well, and learn on it, and get better.
Go to work tired sometimes. You make excuses?
No.
All right then. So ain't no reason for us to make excuses. We all grown men in this locker room. We understand what we signed up for when we chose to play this game. Last week we beat ourselves. The week before we beat ourselves. This week we beat ourselves. Now it's time to buckle down and go to work. Thank you.
So this Cowboy locker room does not look like it's in a good place. Yesterday, the frustration, you could feel it boiling over in that Cowboy locker room. They did win the sack battle. Dak Prescott only went down once, but they hit him 8 times. But that defense, this defense has had a bad few weeks. Yesterday, they got torched by the Jets. A week ago, by the Green Bay Packers. Leighton Vander Esch doesn't look himself. This Cowboys team needs to do some soul searching right now if they want to become contenders again in the NFC.